Business relays was the theme of the conversations this week, and it really is one that's been a recurring theme for about 25 years, but it really struck home this week because it was about conversations between parents and children, and conversations that really hadn't happened, but they were sort of lingering as what to do next and what's been done so far, and maybe recognizing those two things from parents and what they've done so far with the company and what those children are going to do with what's next or what they're working on next. But it's an awkward situation because one of those parents or both of them have one foot out the door and one foot inside the door, and there seems to be a struggle. And this happens all the time with recognizing what's been done so far and what to do next. And sometimes it's a matter of, as we're doing this week, this conversation about recognizing what's been done so far, and rather than holding on to it and demanding all that credit, recognizing what's been done so far and what has to be done next as the platform. And so what we're working through is this conversation about what the next role is going to be for the parent. And when it was with my dad, he said, don't do what I'm doing, do something else with your own business. Whereas in these conversations with other owners this week, it's been, I want to be involved, but I've never really thought about how to be involved. And sometimes we'll talk about the parent, becoming like the chairperson of the company, kind of like the senior executive. But these owners don't want that. They don't really want to be that chairperson. They just want to be involved in some way. So we're developing what might look like a mentor kind of a role, because it's a really valuable thing that people don't often think about or talk about, and probably because they don't give themselves enough credit for it, which is what you've done so far is work through a lot of the struggles that many people in this new generation don't even know because they've never seen it before. And maybe it's been like 10, 15, or even more years of struggle to get the company to this point. And maybe one of those struggles has been bagging the elephant, as they say, or winning that customer that nobody thought you could win, like a private company winning a contract with a big publicly traded company. And they did it. And maybe they lost it too, but the fact that they won it is a struggle that very few people understand. So these owners, as the founders of the companies, can be the great mentors. And we have to develop those roles because it's a whole new conversation. And it isn't one of authority, it's one of leadership. So we're going to hand over the authority, and it's going to be a difficult conversation, but we're going to bring it together. We're going to work on it over the next few weeks. We're going to bring this conversation together about what it means for the founder to become a leader, not worrying about authority, but bringing that perspective and being a great teacher. And the next owner, the children of those companies, taking on the authority and being the next owners of the company. So everybody's a win. But it's like a relay team. But it's a relay team where you recognize that people aren't running at the same time. Everybody's gonna run a leg on that track, whether it's a 2x200 or 4x400. Everybody's running the same race. They're just not running it at the same time. So we're gonna hand off that baton, recognize the value of everyone running legs in this race, so we can celebrate at the same time as we're running the races at different times. Thanks, talk to you soon.